the new writer. I'm Allie and this is Noah, and today we're going to show you how to braid a mane. So Noah, as a Morgan, actually doesn't have to have his mane pulled short, but if you don't have a short mane, you can't do the classic little bobby braids that are normally seen on dressage horses. So instead, you can do a French braid on them to keep their long mane. So I'm going to show you how to do that French braid on him. So first, need a mane brush. We're going to brush his mane, make sure it's all detangled. Get it all nice and clean, you can see here. Then what we're going to do is we're going to start at the top doing a classic French braid. So you can actually come in a little closer if you want to see what is here. So we're going to start this French braid with 3 strands. Here. We're going to braid it. So you can see my 3 strands, and you're going to take one, you cross it over into the middle, like that. Then you take the next one on the outside, and you bring it into the middle like that. So that's the way the braid goes. What makes it neat that you can do on the mane is that every time you come to the inside strand, add more hair. So I've added a little bit of hair from his mane there, and then it crosses into the middle. And then I'm going to do the outside one to the inside. Then when I'm on the inside one again, I'm going to grab a little bit more hair. You can see me grabbing more hair there. And then that comes into the middle. And we can continue that down. So grab more hair, fold it in. And at the top of his head, we're going to keep it tight and close to the start of his mane. So here we keep going, adding more hair every time we get to that inside strand. And we're keeping it nice and close to his neck. But as we get down his neck, we're going to actually want to move a little bit away from the center of his neck because he needs room to be able to put his head up and down. So get closer down there. Keep going, still adding hair in every single time. And depending on the thickness of your horse's mane, you need to add more or less hair every time you pick it up. Noah has a very thin mane, so I don't want to add very much hair every time, but if your horse has a ton of hair, then you're going to need to add more hair as you go. So you can see as I'm coming down, I've started moving away from his neck, and this is going to allow the braid to move as his head goes up and down. So we're going to keep going. And if you find you have a little too much hair, you haven't set it right, you can always add a little bit more hair to the outside one. You don't have to keep it to the inside one. But keeping it on the inside one makes that nice clean braid so that you get to see it being all pretty. So as I'm getting down towards the base of his neck, I'm going to move it even farther away from the top of his neck here to make sure that he has enough room to really drop his head when we ask him to do all of the things. If we're in a dressage show, for example, he might need to flex his head pretty well, flex his neck pretty well, I mean. And you can see. So once we get to the point where we don't have enough hair to keep going on the braid, which is pretty much where we're getting to now, then what you can do is braid off the end like this and tie it off here with a rubber band. So they make the small little rubber bands for hairs. You can tie that off. And so what you can see, what this does is this gets his mane up and off his neck, and so if he were in a show, it shows off all his nice muscles, it shows him moving well, and so it's a really nice thing to do, especially for a schooling show or things like that. If you're competing really high level, they may want to see the classic traditional dressage braid, but the thing I like about this is you don't have to pull his mane, you can keep it long, and as you saw, it's really quick and easy to do. So thank you so much for watching.
Thanks for watching this video from The New Writer. Check out our website for more.